just feel like you can see the trailer already for Kraven the Hunter. It's just like a false anti-hero.
Look at this edgy guy.
Yeah, like trying to pitch it as like a bad guy, but then you could see like the overly serious trailer, but you could tell it's going to be like B-movie cheesy.
Yeah, from the very opening scene of the movie, you're like, this guy's going to be a full good guy by the end. Here we go.
Well, citizens of the Reject Nation, and Greg here. Johnny, how is your day going?
It has been spooktacular, G.
It's good to hear, Johnny. So, you know, we've talked a lot about the MCU lately. We have talked about DC as well. We haven't talk about the best one of them all. The Sony
the
Spider-Man crap that they got going on.
The SSC, Sony Spider-Man crap.
The mixed bag universe with a fantastic animated Spider-Verse thing going on. Yeah, that's what we have going. We got two things to talk about. Two things that when I saw them online, I'm like, my God, Sony, you are not hyping me up right now. I'm just skeptical. I'm just more skeptical. We got to talk about some Madam Web set photos. There's ones that people talked about recently that were indicative of Spider-Man, and now there's a new one that is even more connected to Spider-Man, more than ever now. We got to talk about some Kraven the Hunter updates. Aaron Taylor Johnson did an interview talking about this stuff. So before we go into all that, leave a like. Doesn't take a lot of work. Hunt down that like button and web it. First, we'll talk about Kraven the Hunter. So there was this thing that Aaron Taylor Johnson said, and it's not being taken out of context. He really said this. He said that like a while ago. Kraven is not an alien or a wizard. He's just a hunter, a human with conviction, an animal lover, and a protector of the natural world. He's a very, very cool character. I actually have no idea what Aaron Taylor Johnson sounds like.
It's like he was in
British.
the room.
And honestly, when I heard it, I just burst into laughter. I read it online, and I told it to Olivia, and I just kept laughing when I heard it. I'm like, this sounds so stupid.
He's the faux fur Kraven, man.
And then he wanted to clarify. We're not going to read everything, but we'll read the most important stuff without losing the context. John, in your best and better than Greg British accent, please read this updated quote, and we're going to talk about what Aaron Taylor Johnson said to backpedal and save the Sony Spider-Man universe. Because what he said the first time just did not sound like the Kraven we were all hoping for.
No. It's all on his lion-clad shoulders. He said, I guess that was probably a little taken out of context and then run. I mean, I think you know what I meant. And really what stated was that he was a protector of the natural world, I said, and he's a conservationist, which is probably more accurate. And then I should have stopped there. Full stop. He's a hunter. And from there, that world of hunting, and there's so many aspects. What I love about the character is that what he is humanizing is that he has flaws, right? Kraven is a beautiful character. Sergei Kravenov is a beautiful character because it's someone who really has understanding themselves and has flaws. This is a character that was built ages ago, and it's in a new time and era. But yeah, is he going to be the hunter that we all want to see? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
We did not hear the tone and how he said it. No. But when you're reading it, here's what I'll first say. Kraven the Hunter does have a rich backstory. There's a lot about Kraven the Hunter that could absolutely be a standalone film. The big thing that he is, what he ended with, is he going to be the hunter that we all want to see? I just don't have the faith that it's going to be. What I think in an ideal world is like if you wanted to do a Kraven the Hunter film, just focus on Kraven, and then in a sequel, do like Kraven's Last Hunt, do the movie where it's Kraven versus Spider-Man, because that's the Kraven the Hunter we all really want to see. And in terms of what he meant by animal lover, you know, I think one thing he might be getting at is the fact that, you know, like, yes, Kraven the Hunter has like awesome predatory cat-like abilities. He's an insane hunter. Obviously, that involves hunting prey. Part of his abilities is he's like a master tamer of animals to the point where people can get misled into thinking it's like mind control. I think that's maybe what he was referencing.
Yeah.
To give the benefit of the doubt, because I'm like, there's a version of that sounds in tune with the character.
He is a hunter, but perhaps he's one who is very in tune with the land and has, you know, just as much respect for his prey as he probably enjoys killing it.
But to say stuff like we're humanizing him, that he has flaws, he's a beautiful character. Yes, there's a version of this where you can make an actual anti-hero because Kraven is a villain. He should be introduced as a villain, or as if you're going to do anti-hero, make him a real anti-hero. From everything we've seen from the Sony Spider-Man universe, Morbius, Venom, those are movies I don't hate. I really don't hate them. He's probably gonna be in the trailers trying to convince us he's an anti-hero. Then you watch the movie, you're like, he's not an anti-hero.
This guy's totally good. He's friendly to all the animals. He probably only hunts prey from other worlds. Because it's probably a little problematic. It's from Sony's perspective to have a character you want everyone to get behind who also is murking animals left and right.
What they're doing right now is Sony's been rushing this Sinister Six film. I mean, it's been a long build-up, but with the amount of reboots and how they do things, it's been feeling like they're rushing to a Sinister Six movie. I feel like they want to get Kraven to get involved into like the Sinister Six film, the fight of Spider-Man. Let's face it, I don't want to see Kraven the Hunter fight Spider-Man with a bunch of other people. I want to see the Kraven the Hunter making Spider-Man's life a living hell. And just them two going toe-to-toe in New York City. That's the one, I think, for fans of Kraven the Hunter that they really want. So that's that. What do you guys think about this news? Does this update that Aaron Taylor Johnson give, did it make you feel more relief that they might actually do this character justice, or has your faith in what Sony's been doing just whittled down?
Absolutely not.
Anyway, let's move on to Madam Web. We're not going to deep dive into the Madam Web character. It's just a lot of this is starting to read like Morbius again. So, John, you want to update them on what the photos were from last time, and then now what these new photos are? A quick update on the last one.
So the early leaked photo was basically just a urban set with a Beyonce album poster, which you can link back to the year 2003. That's significant. That sets a time and place for the movie. And now on the heels of that, we've had a new photo leak. News racks. One has the Raimi era Daily Bugle logo on it, and another one from Daily News front page has a headline that reads, "Bravest pulls girl from fire." And what's significant about that is, if you look at Spider-Man 2, it came out in 2004, enough time to overlap with Dangerously in Love, that Beyonce album. This could be hearkening to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And it also could be more Sony bullshit.
Yeah. And that's the big worry right now is as we saw with Morbius, there was those Spider-Man Easter eggs, and then it just kind of all got shoehorned into the post-credit scenes, and it was not well done.
It wasn't what they promised.
Well, some of the worst post-credit scenes I've ever seen in my life, too. Now, the question is, like, do we believe this? Well, it's like, people don't know this character as well, so we needed to know the part of Spider-Man. So
we're just going to use that as the hook.
So you've done it in there, so we're telling people it's part of the Spider-Man world, and that way people might be interested because of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool, and people like Spider-Man. Spider-Man makes money.
And then the movie will be good enough to make them forget about Spider-Man.
Yeah. People won't even be what happened to those scenes? It'll be an afterthought. I completely
forgot about those scenes.
It's not going to be an actual,
I spent months thinking about it, poring over in anticipation of a Spider-Man appearance.
I could see it being more likely than Morbius, because I think whereas with Kraven the Hunter, they want to put him in Sinister Six. I think with Madam Web, what they're setting up is to do their multiverse movie, a live-action version of that. That's what I feel like her stance in the universe building is going to do, is somehow lead into something multiverse related.
You're the nexus of all the Spider-Man things.
Web. Maybe that's the way you do have Sinister Six fight a Spider-Man, right? That's kind of where my mind is going with what they want to do with Madam Web. These photos, I don't want to just be negative and get here and just be like, it's a bunch of crap, because for all I know, they might actually tie this all in. I'm just here to tell you that don't be surprised if any of these things are actually not in the film itself.
Part of me believes that, yes, they will eventually directly involve Tobey and or Andrew's universes, and maybe just Morbius was timed in a funky way that they had to not do that. But just the same, I can imagine just these trailers existing in their own multiverse where they have Tobey Maguire and the movies actually don't.
So does this clarify what world it takes place in? It makes it look like it's linked to the Raimi movies, but then they'll have a Andrew Garfield stuff in the trailer. We'll see. Do you think this Madam Web stuff is going to be actually legit and tie in? Are you looking forward to the Madam Web movie? I actually like Dakota Johnson. I think she's a really great actress. Sydney Sweeney, love her work on Euphoria. So leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click that bell, leave a like, and
Pandemic Jones Cajones. How's it going, my bros? You, my friend, sound like a Spider-Man villain, and I want to see you make your own costume. That's what I want. That's your homework for this month, bud. Get like a morph suit or some like spandex. Personalize it with your own pandemic-themed, motifs and things, and report back, buddy. These shout-outs are now assignments for you. You thought you could sit back and just enjoy us, talking you up about how great you are and how cute your thumbnail is, and how great your energy in live stream. Do it. Costume.
I like that was shorter.